Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
You know, I actually do a pretty decent Buffer impression, either one really, but for the sake of your ears, I won't start by screaming into the mic. With that being said, if this fight actually does come to fruition, you guys have my word that the next video we do about the confirmed fight, we'll start with me yelling both Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul's name. I mean, it won't just be their names, like I'll give them an introduction as they're about to fight, like, you know, Bruce Buffer or his brother. You get it. Anyways, with all this buzz of a potential fight between the champ, Mr. 50-0, who's won by 27 KOs, Floyd Mayweather, going up against Logan Paul, we decided at Life's Biggest Questions we had to dissect how this fight would play out. Floyd has never lost a fight, and Logan, although he was a good wrestler in high school, currently holds a record of 0 wins, 1 tie, and 1 loss in his boxing career. His 2 fights were against YouTuber KSI, whom he tied and then lost to after a split decision in both of his bouts. I feel if Logan were to go up against Floyd, well, it would be a much different scene. Today on Life's Biggest Questions, we're asking what if Logan Paul fought Floyd Mayweather? What's happening, guys? Jared Bronstein here with you today, and if you've yet to hear, there are currently rumors that the fight has been confirmed. Other sources say Floyd isn't that interested, so it may not even happen. I'm going to tell you guys all you need to know, but before we get into it, a friendly reminder to stick around to the end of this one for some comment replies from another video. Now, it seems this news seemingly came out of nowhere, as Mayweather has been retired since 2017 after he beat UFC star Conor McGregor in a fight that went 10 rounds. Since that bout, Mayweather has put the gloves back on to fight in an exhibition match, just once absolutely destroying Japanese kickboxing star Tenshin Nasukawa in Tokyo. And let's just say, it wasn't much of a fight, and Mayweather once again showed the world he's still the best in the world. Time and time again, Mayweather has made comments and chirped people here and there, which inevitably led to speculation that a fight may be around the corner. Most notably, people were bugging Mayweather to see if he would take a rematch against either McGregor or future Hall of Famer Manny Pacquiao, who Mayweather beat in a fight back in 2015. In 2019, it was reported that Mayweather was interested in a rematch with Pacquiao and was exploring the idea of getting into the octagon with a crossover fight against one of the UFC's best. As we could see, neither of those things happened. However, it's been quite evident in the past that for the right price, Money Mayweather is always willing to fight. As recently as March, when speaking to the possibility of fighting either McGregor or UFC's current lightweight champion who holds a 28-0 record in Khabib Nurmagomedov, Mayweather had this to say, I quote, "We, him and White, talked about the Conor McGregor fight, we talked about the Khabib fight. For myself, the number is 600 million to face them. If I'm going to go out there and risk it, it has to be worth it. In the boxing world as of right now, it doesn't make sense for me to fight any ordinary fighter. I'm a businessman. The Conor McGregor fight made sense. If it makes money, it makes sense. I don't fight fighters or compete against competitors that only have cities behind them. If I'm going to fight you, you have to have a whole country behind you. The first fight with McGregor was entertaining. It's an entertainment business. Ever since then, there wasn't much noise of a Mayweather fight until quite recently, when the news broke that there is apparently a fight happening between Mayweather and YouTuber Logan Paul. It seems the news first broke from the YouTube channel The Fighting News, where Mike Feinberg explained on September 12th that a fight between Logan and Floyd has been confirmed as per a close source, and Floyd had signed the contract. Then on September 16th, Drama Alert's Keemstar tweeted a photo of the 2 boxers captioned, "Mayweather versus Logan Paul this year. No joke, that's what Boxing Insider just told me." Pat McAfee, who hosts a show/podcast, also confirmed the news live. Even Logan's former rival, whom he wasn't able to get the best of when they had 2 fights, KSI, tweeted out his thoughts about the potential matchup. Tweeting a photo of a baseball hat, he captioned the tweet, "My thoughts on Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul." This was a reference to the term cap, which means you're lying. And you know what? He may actually be right, because as of this recording, nothing is official nor signed. I've done a ton of research regarding this video and the potential bout, and it seems although numerous sources are claiming it's a done deal and confirming the fight will happen and that a contract has been signed, as of September 17th, it seems nothing is official and it likely won't even happen in the first place. On September 16th, TMZ caught Logan at LAX and asked him about the fight, if anything has been signed, and his interest, but to no surprise, Logan just replied with, "You know, I can't say anything." Of course, this only led to more speculation, but as per TMZ, sources close to Mayweather have told them that he has been approached with an offer for the fight, but neither side has officially signed anything yet. They're also reporting that it would be an exhibition match, not a sanctioned fight. Of course, Logan was eyeing a fight with former NFL star Antonio Brown, but it seems the man's personal issues were too much of a mess for him to get involved in a fight with Paul. So now it seems like Logan has his sights set elsewhere. Still, that doesn't mean it will happen, as TMZ most recently reported that Floyd is leaning towards not taking the fight. It's also important to mention Logan's brother Jake is slated to fight former NBA star Nate Robinson on the undercard of the Tyson vs Jones Jr. fight. Unlike Logan, Jake has actually won his last couple of fights and is technically undefeated when it comes to the ring, with his wins against KSI's brother, YouTuber Deji, and other YouTuber in Ensign Gibb. There were calls for Jake to go toe-to-toe with KSI, but it seems they've gone in different directions, with KSI focusing on his his music and YouTube career, and Jake continuing to pursue his career in boxing. With this in mind, it's possible they try to set up a mega fight where Jake would fight another prominent boxing star, and Logan would be the main card against Floyd, but this is all to be determined. Do I personally think it will actually happen? No, because Floyd won't make anywhere near the hundreds of millions he would likely want to fight Logan. The risk-reward factor for Floyd doesn't make sense, as he could pocket a lot more money, albeit not nearly as easily, if he were to fight a bigger name. That's not to take away from Logan, but for true boxing fans, this wouldn't even be worth the pay-per-view. Which brings us to my point how the fight plays out. We're talking about Logan Paul, who stands at 6'2", weighed in at 190 for his last fight, and was a state-level wrestler in Ohio, going against Floyd Mayweather, who fought Conor McGregor at 150 pounds, stands 5 feet 8 inches, and has a boxing record of 50 wins and 0 losses. Clearly Logan has the height and weight advantage, but considering how Floyd dominated in 5 different weight classes, from super featherweight to light middleweight, and everything in between, clearly the man doesn't have any issues fluctuating. That being said, the max weight for super featherweight is 130 pounds, while the max weight for light middleweight is 154 pounds. Odds are for Floyd to agree to fight, it would be on his terms, and I can tell you right now, he wouldn't want to meet Logan halfway and take on a fight at 175 pounds. If Logan wants to fight Floyd, he's likely going to have to drop close to 50 pounds, bringing his weight closer to the 150 pound mark. Still, Logan does have a large height difference with 6 inches in his favor, but it's such a light weight, you don't necessarily need the height, nor would it necessarily benefit you. I'm not saying Logan doesn't stand a chance, but I mean, considering how 50 other guys who have spent the majority of their lives as boxers couldn't finish Floyd, well, I don't have much faith in Logan. It's safe to say if the two of them fought, there certainly would be some interest, but I don't think the fight would be necessarily as big or mainstream as fights we've seen previously. The idea here is that the boxing community would come together with the YouTube community to create the biggest fight ever, and that would happen if this were to be a decent fight and there was an actual risk of Mayweather potentially losing his undefeated record. Of course, in sports, and especially boxing, anything can happen, and it is possible Paul is able to somehow manage to not only defeat Mayweather, but actually knock him out. But considering how good Mayweather really is, both in regards to how fast his hands are and his defensive skills, I don't think this would be an interesting fight at all. Logan would need to lose an unhealthy amount of weight, so already he would be at even more of a disadvantage than if he were to fight at his comfortable weight of 200 pounds. Mayweather is known for being the king of defense. His fight with Conor went 10 rounds, not because Conor is such a tough guy who took a bunch of shots and wouldn't go down, but for the first few rounds, Floyd was playing his defense game, tiring out McGregor, and when the time was right, decided to go on the offense. By the 10th round, Conor was so tired from the long bout that he barely had any energy, and this led to Floyd getting in some really solid shots, which would eventually lead to his victory by TKO. Logan's last fight with KSI went for 6 3-minute rounds, so I have no doubt in my mind that if they were to set up a 12 3-minute round matchup, assuming Floyd doesn't beat Logan within the first 6 rounds, by the 7th, Logan would be completely out of gas. If the sudden weight loss wouldn't take enough of a toll, Floyd's everlasting cardio and defensive skills would be Logan's demise. But again, we're talking one of the greatest, if not the greatest boxer of all time, fighting a YouTuber who to his credit isn't a bad boxer by any means. But we're talking Money Mayweather here, guys. It wouldn't even be a fight. Floyd would probably take it in the first couple of rounds, and that would be the end of that. Now, as always, guys, let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. If this fight were to actually happen, what are your predictions? I'm not talking just the winner, but I want to know which round and how they win it, either split decision, knockout, TKO. It's possible Logan's side even throws in the towel. Who knows? For now, let's reply to some comments from the video. Is the PlayStation 5 better than the Xbox Series X? Michael Terrell said, yes. The end. Well, I guess that's it. Guess we have our answer there, I guess. That's the end of that one. John Beeson said, yes, exclusives and speed make it superior. There's no reason to own an Xbox. Get a PC. I think the Cheese King over here, producer Cheese King, would agree. I disagree. I think the exclusives 100% are better. I think speed, I disagree, because the Xbox physically is faster, is it not?
It's only gonna make sense with the exclusives though.
The exclusives though, yeah, it is true. And you know what? My good friend Che, who was on Most Amazing Top 10, made a very good point. He said you should buy a PlayStation 5 and then get Xbox Game Pass and play it on your computer. He's like, just spend a lot of money, get a nice solid computer, because you could do Game Pass on Microsoft. So you could just play Xbox games on Microsoft, like on your computer, and then PS5, and then you get best of both worlds. But can you play NHL on your computer? I don't know. Although you can play Flight Simulator, so it's worth it, I guess. It's Aztec said, both? Both is good. Yeah, I agree. I don't know why it's always like one or the other. They're both good consoles. I mean, depends what you like. If you like exclusives, then get a PS5. If you like literally anything else, then get an Xbox. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up. That's it for this one. I've been your host, Jared Bronstein. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. If this fight were to happen, who would win, what round, and why do you think Floyd in the first? Let me know in the comments down below. We'll see you guys soon.